Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, Afcon highlights. The Super Eagles beat Guinea-Bissau 2-0 in yesterday's game as Egypt booked their spot in the last 16 of the Africa Cup of Nations by beating Sudan 1-0. Egypt qualified for the knockout stage in second place in Group D behind Nigeria. Today's matches are Sierra Leone vs Equatorial Guinea, Ivory Coast vs Algeria, Gambia vs Tunisia, and Mali vs Mauritania. May the best team win. Mali bans German military plane from airspace, forces diversion. Mali's authorities banned a German military plane with 75 troops on board from overflying the country. The transportation plane was on its way from a German air base to a logistics hub in Niamey in Niger, and it was told it could not enter Mali's airspace. Germany has deployed more than 1,200 troops to Mali and has to decide by the end of May whether to extend the military mission, which is supplied via the logistics base in Niamey. Berlin has voiced concerns over the latest developments in Mali after the arrival of private military contractor of the Russian Wagner Group and the interim authorities' failure to hold democratic elections next month as agreed following a 2020 military coup. The European Union has announced it will impose sanctions in Mali in line with measures already taken by the ECOWAS grouping of West African states. Decisions are likely by the end of January. Kenya launches the first locally designed electric bus in Africa. A Kenyan company that designs, develops, and deploys electric vehicles tailored for the African has just introduced the first all-electric bus in the country, as well as the first African-designed electric bus ever. This is the first major step in the company's vision to provide a locally designed and developed electric bus that can be mass-produced for a pan-African market by 2023. The bus is designed and developed in-house with local engineering talent, while at the same time utilizing local manufacturing partners. Furthermore, the bus will be significantly lower cost than importing fully built electric buses. Plus, it also has superior performance compared to its diesel counterpart. The deployment of the buses will initially be in peri-urban areas around Nairobi Metropolitan, pairing with the business model that enables operators to save from day one. Along with the bus deployment, several charging points will be installed from Opibus' already existing range of products. These chargers will be a mixture of AC slow and DC fast chargers. Using the fast charger, the electric bus will be fully charged within an hour, enabling seamless operation. Africa-wide, Oracle opens a data center to provide cloud services across Africa. Oracle has opened a data center in South Africa to provide local cloud services across Africa for the first time, joining the likes of Microsoft and Amazon in setting up facilities in the southernmost country on the continent. Africa will be the US company's 37th cloud region, an area that allows customers to get faster access from a local data center, in this case in Johannesburg. Oracle is racing to open at least 44 cloud regions this year as it plans to match up with cloud computing rivals such as Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Increased demand for faster computing from African banks and telecom firms has attracted big cloud operators into the largely untapped market, with Microsoft the first to launch data centers in South Africa, followed by Amazon and Huawei. Madagascar. Heavy rains in Madagascar cause flooding in the capital. 10 dead. Heavy rains in Madagascar have flooded parts of the capital city, Antananarivo, killing 10 people and making more than 12,000 homeless. With the rains continuing and a possible cyclone approaching the Indian Ocean islands, officials warned of potential landslides in the capital city, which is built on steep hills. President Andry Rajoelina has called an emergency meeting over the flooding crisis, his office announced. At least 2,400 residents in the capital are flooded and low-lying areas in the capital are in deep water, officials say. 6 houses in higher parts of the city have collapsed because of the rains. 3 gymnasiums in the city are being used to house displaced families, and others are sheltering in schools and local government offices. Mozambique. Poaching boss jailed for 30 years in Mozambique. A court in Mozambique has sentenced the leader of a poaching gang to 30 years in prison. Judges in Maputo province found Admiral Chauke guilty of illegal possessions of weapons and numerous poaching offenses in southern Mozambique, as well as in South Africa's Kruger's National Park. He was arrested trying to poach rhinos in May last year. There's a strong demand for rhino horn in China and Vietnam. The court also gave a 9-year sentence to a man who was caught laying traps to catch animals in Maputo National Park. In recent years, the judiciary in Mozambique has imposed heavy penalties on poachers and people transporting the protected animals. South Africa. South African president launches vaccine manufacturing plant. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has opened a new vaccine manufacturing facility that he says will boost the country's capacity to make its own inoculation for diseases including COVID-19. The plant in Cape Town, a partnership between a multinational biotechnology firm, the government and South African universities, will help improve Africa's ability to produce vaccines, Ramaphosa stated. The new plant aims to reach a goal of producing 1 billion vaccines annually by 2025. South Africa's Aspen Pharmacare already assembles the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine in a factory in Gekoerberg. Another vaccine production plant in South Africa is operated by the BioVac Institute in Cape Town in partnership with Pfizer BioNTech to produce 100 million of its vaccine doses annually. Ramaphosa said Africa has secured 500 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines through the African Union's Vaccine Acquisition Task Team, but the continent needs more. Ethiopia. Ethiopians revel in Jesus Baptism Festival. Ethiopian Orthodox Christians have been celebrating the festival of Timket or Epiphany, which commemorates the baptism of Jesus in the River Jordan. Worshippers gathered at the Fasilides Bath, a sacred site just outside the city of Gondar. For the Timket festival, the bath is filled with water so the baptism can be reenacted. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. It's the best way of supporting us. Also, don't forget to catch the return of our show, Africa in the News, on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a Patreon and donating. And remember, Africa is watching.